My name is Tshilumba, and I gave a talk today about my work that I'm doing at CERN. I think it's really intrinsic to mechatronics. So if you want to achieve high levels in terms of results, it's true that you have to work with a team of people. We cannot achieve everything by ourselves. And it's even more true in the mechatronic systems because that, by essence, is a multidisciplinary field. So yes, you need the input from mechanical engineers, from systems engineers, which all have an insight on the higher level of mechatronics. So in general, I would put it that way. From the field of particle accelerators, for example, the trend is to get bigger, larger and larger facilities, but at the same time, the level of precision of the systems which are inside the facility are going higher. So I think that's a general trend in precision engineering. It's the same for the telescopes. We want more precise telescopes, but at the same time the size gets higher and higher. It also goes in the same line because if you remember, what we saw is that their installation is a large interferometer that is long of several kilometers. And he mentioned this morning that if you want to be more sensitive, one thing that you could do is to make a larger facility. So it's really in the same line of idea. I was involved in some activities for LIGO when I was working at the University of Brussels. So over there what we did was basically propose an improvement for the stability of the supporting structure that is holding the mirrors. But yes, it's how I came into contact with that field, actually. Okay. I'm interested in trying to understand more and more things. There are a lot of activities going on at CERN at several levels. So for the time being, I'm more focused on the mechatronic aspect of one project. But yes, I try to keep up with what's happening in the physics part. I think the main goal or the main purpose for engineers is to make life easier, more comfortable for the larger, for the whole, as you said. And but on the other side, if you go really specifically on some topics like experimental physics, then the goal there is really to make technical advances that make it possible for the scientists, for the physicists, in my case at CERN, to be able to perform the experiments that they want to perform. Because they are always one step ahead. They always know, we would like to do this and to experiment that and to measure this event. But then on the engineering part, we are slower. And this is really a challenge that has to be taken all the time. So that's how I would put the contribution in the general. It's really nice also to see, you know, some overlap between disciplines. As you mentioned before, I work at CERN, but I recognized some things that I heard about LIGO, so that's really nice. And also everything that's happening in the lithography industry. I'm a little bit less familiar with that. But yeah, that's always interesting to see what's happening.